Okay, you want to see the coolest new update you've ever seen? Because I'm about to show you. This is... I don't even know what to say. This is so cool. I'm being serious. This is the first time I've actually been genuinely excited about a Skyblock update for a long time. I'm on the alpha server right now, okay, and I've already had to test out this weapon. First of all, we've got loads of stuff here. The Bouquet of Lies is basically an upgraded Flower of Truth. We're going to take a look at that in a minute. We've got weapons like the Bone Reaver, an epic dungeon longsword. We've got weapons like the Fellthorn Reaper, another longsword. I mean, what is this? We've got a balloon snake, a dungeon necklace. We've got adaptive equipment. We've also got Shadow Assassin equipment. I don't even know what to say. This is just so cool. Soul Weaver gloves. Claymore. I think that's been changed as well. Yeah, this is actually really cool. Now, there's also been a huge change to Berserk and a massive buff that we'll talk about soon. Of course, this is why, number one, they've slightly buffed the Dark Claymore by the looks of it, and also added new longswords. But before we look any further into this, make sure you do use code NITROS if you are purchasing anything from the Hypixel store. It gets yourself 5% off. Also, you should subscribe to the channel, it does help out a lot. And finally, you should join the Discord server. It's linked in the description of this video. If you need services such as dungeon or slayer carries, then make sure to join. Now, first of all, I want to talk about this, the Bouquet of Lies. Let me just show you what it does, okay? You really want to see this. You right-click it like you do with a Flower of Truth, and it's like a machine gun. It's still like a Flower of Truth as it kind of homes onto the actual enemy. Look at this. I'll shoot a little bit further away. It'll still kill. It's ridiculous. It's like a machine gun. It's like a Flower of Truth, but just taking a lot of steroids. It's amazing. Okay, I've tried to start this Bouquet of Lies so I can test it in dungeons, of course. And I didn't have any Wither Essence, so I basically duplicated my Hyperions, well, my Hyperion, so that I could then salvage for some Essence. And I come over to the salvage menu, and this has definitely changed too. It's not actually letting me even salvage it, but that's besides the point. Insert all salvageable rare items dropped by mobs in your inventory that have not been modified or upgraded. Insert all salvageable epic items dropped by mobs. Okay. So I guess this is sort of like a failsafe, so you don't accidentally salvage something like, I don't know, a Terminator, which is cool. Anyway, we don't really need stars to test it, it's just insane. We must definitely take a look at the Bone Reaver and then also the Fellthorn Reaper. By the looks of it, the Fellthorn Reaper is just a direct upgrade. I mean, it is just basically a better longsword. Okay, so now let's first take a look at, let's say, the Bone Reaver. What do we even have here? Right-click ability. Slash in a huge arc, dealing 125% melee damage to all enemies. Charges 4 to 5 seconds. Okay, let's give this a try, first of all. Let's just... Okay. Try that again. 192k damage, honestly, that is a lot of damage, and it's a longsword, so... we can kill from a little bit further away than usual. I want to try that right-click ability where we swing in an arc. Okay, so let's try this out. I don't really get to properly try that then. I guess it kills multiple at once, almost like a... Is it called Swiping Edge on vanilla Minecraft? Or Swinging Edge? I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, as for the Fellthorn Reaper, it basically just seems to be an upgraded version of it, which just deals a ton more damage. I mean, that is crazy. Does it have the same right-click ability? It does, it's just better. Deals more damage. And of course, once again, it's a longsword, so we can kill from much further away. This is really, really cool. Really impressive. Honestly, Berserk has been crying out for something like this. I guess we'll take a Claymore too as well, because it is basically just an even better version of these two weapons. What I will say is, and we will definitely test it out, is that the Dark Claymore is by no means a Berserk weapon, considering it only gives plus 30% crit damage, as opposed to these two weapons which give an enormous amount of crit damage in comparison. I believe that the swing range on the Claymore has been slightly buffed, but it displays differently. That's why it actually appears to be less. That swing range now means how many blocks you can actually kill in addition to the regular Minecraft limit. So with the Bone Reaver, you can kill from an extra 0.5 blocks away. With the Felthorn Reaper, an extra 1.5 blocks away. And with the Dark Claymore, an extra 2 blocks away. And yeah, ridiculous stuff. As I was saying before, Berserker's received quite a sizable buff. As you can see, the class passives are Bloodlust, Lust for Blood, Indomitables, Indomitable, Weapon Master. I was struggling saying that, to be honest. So the bottom 2 perks are basically what's new. We've got Indomitable, gain 8.2% of your strength as defense, which is almost similar to a blue whale pet, if I'm not mistaken. I actually meant the Yeti pet. I do get mixed up. But that's literally just like a class perk, which is really cool. It's going to be way easier to survive. Also, class passive Weapon Master. Your melee weapons hit all enemies within your swing range in a frontal cone. Increases your maximum swing range by 3.92 blocks. Of course, that will scale with your actual class level. But what's interesting is we now swing in a cone, and we basically don't need to be up close to enemies to actually do any damage to them. Okay, let's give this a go, because I'm very intrigued. Yeah, honestly understandable. I'm trying to warp in, but it's just simply refusing to put me in. Okay, with a little bit of back and forth and fighting, we're in now. Let's see what this is all about. Now, these weapons aren't dungeonized. They haven't even got stars, so this is not really a damage test as such. We're still going to be able to see the difference between the weapons. It's just to see what this is all about. First of all, I do want to test out the new Flowering Bouquet. Holy. Okay, that was kind of ridiculous. Now, let's try it again. I mean, the Flower of Truth used to be decent for clearing at one point. Let's see what this is all about now. I mean, it's kind of a bit of a user error at the moment, but this is honestly kind of a cracked. I'm dying. Oh my god, this is embarrassing. Anyway, let's try out this Bone Reaver. Really am interested. Hopefully I don't die. Please don't die. Wow. Okay. I want to try that again. Oh my god. Wait, this is Berserk. I feel like I'm playing LCM. I really do. Okay. What is this? What has happened? What has happened? Okay, this isn't ideal. Alright, I do want to try out the upgraded version of the Felthorn Reaper. God, what is this? This is absolutely cracked. This has to be the new meta. Oh my, right, okay, so I'm trying to right click. I don't really... Interesting. I need to try it out more because I don't really see exactly what this... Oh. Okay, that makes sense. That is like Sweeping Edge. Okay, that's ridiculous. It's so weird being able to hit enemies from afar with the sword. This is so odd. And the higher your class level, the more cracked this is going to be. Okay, I wanna test out the Claymore because obviously we are Berserk, so it would kind of be pointless, I would assume, to use this. I mean, we're a Berserk. I don't even know why I'm testing this, but this is without an ultimate enchantment too. Okay, I wanna. Oh my god, this is so cracked. The right click is so cracked. Oh my god, I don't even know what to say. I'm so shocked. Like, this is just, it really is crazy. Just. How is Berserk clearing like that? How is Berserk... I'm sorry, but how is that even possible? How? Now, I do want to test out the damage difference being Berserk of this upgraded dagger, which is 13 mil, 20 mil, 22 mil. It's the Dark Claymore, which is 24 mil. I guess they've changed the Dark Claymore, but it's not really in the contention for Berserk. It's probably going to be way more expensive too. Now, what I am a little bit, I guess, disappointed about is, I mean, realistically, the greatest sword in the game is supposed to be the Valkyrie for Berserk. I mean, that's supposed to be the end game sword, realistically. I'm just going to say it how it is. But the Valkyrie ain't a longsword. I mean, don't get me wrong, the ability's still going to essentially make it into a longsword, so that could be interesting. Now, I just want to go back to these pieces of equipment and take a look at what they actually do. So the adaptive belt's going to be a relatively early game sort of set anyway. The Shadow Assassin Cloak is going to give us 20 strength, which is pretty big, plus 3 speed, which is very nice. On teleport, your next melee hit within 5 seconds deals 10% more damage. That's pretty solid. And if it's upgraded, if it's fragged, it's even better. The Soul Weaver gloves gives us a plus 10 strength and plus 10 crit damage, while in the catacombs summon a haunted skull that slowly revolves around you every 15 seconds, or when you kill a mob with melee damage. Interesting. When an enemy is hit by the haunted skull, they are stunned for 2 seconds and deal 5% less damage. That's pretty good too. Wait, what is this? The Giant Sword, Precursor Eye, the Giant's Eye Sword. Huh? What is this? Fire a laser in front of you, dealing 4,000 damage, costing 40 mana. It's basically a giant sword mixed with a precursor eye, and you get this monstrosity. But you have to be wearing the precursor eye. Oh wait, damage of the laser is increased by 1.5%. Well, oh my god, this is cracked. Yeah, this is really quite something. It's not what I expected at all, but this is just crazy. Honestly, this is going to do wonders for the game. For the longest time, Berserk has been absolutely not viable. No one goes Berserk, no one plays Berserk unless you're in that weird stage between early and mid-game where you think a Shadow Fury or a Living Dagger is it. But this is actually revolutionary. Like, people will now play Berserk, and that's the whole point. It makes the classes more balanced. It now makes it way more comparable to Archer, maybe better. Same with LCM. Obviously, I don't exactly know how it's going to play out when it gets implemented, and the comparisons are pretty difficult to imagine. But this is just, I don't even know what to say. I'm lost for words. I'm speechless. Let me know what you think of all this craziness in the comments. I think it's amazing. The craziness is amazing. If you did enjoy today's video, make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one.